All right, everybody, we are back with our Pacific Trails Resort website on the right, and I have a style sheet and our index file on the left. Basically, what our goal is tonight is to discuss how to color your text. There are different ways, different things you can color, different ways to color your text. You can do it from your style sheet. You can do uh, CSS styles from within the head of your index file, and then you can also do inline CSS. And each one is pretty much the same, with the exception of doing it in your style sheet or in the head of your index file. You are creating classes or IDs to accomplish that. So we'll start with creating some classes within the style sheet, and I'm going to color this text here. I'm going to color it white, and I'm going to color the background of the footer like a light or a dark gray. All right, give it some character, some contrast. So within the footer here, okay, this is specifically for the text. I like to keep when I code a website, I like to keep things separated, and that helps keep them optimized. So anything related to text, I will put into one attribute like this. Okay. Anything related to color, I will put in something else. So if I type in, I can type in footer again. Okay, that's the HTML5 tag, and start typing in background color, okay? And I want to color that 595959, okay? And that is the hex code for a dark gray. And when I save this, okay, you're going to see it turn to the dark gray that you see on your screen now. Now, that tends to make dark gray tends to make dark text nearly unreadable. So we're going to make that text stand out a little bit more. So for that, I'm going to go back to the footer attribute that I have for text. I already have it set to align center, and once I add a second item on there, I like to keep things line by line. So I will separate this and go line by line. Now I want to change the color of this text, and with text color, you simply use the attribute color, colon, pound sign, and let's go with F3s. Okay, this is a very, very light gray, and you watch on this, it'll turn it a very light gray. It's not quite white, and I'll show you what white is so you can see the differences. Okay, it gets slightly brighter. It's hard to tell, but it's there. Okay, so now I've got my footer one color, and I've got the background a dark gray. Now that email address is definitely difficult to read. Okay, so anything you can assign anything as a link using the link tag or an anchor text. Okay, not the link tag, but with the anchor text. So with anchor text, the way you do that is you put down your HTML5, okay, and then you put an A, and it's that simple. Open up your squiggly lines, okay, you create your what you want your links to look like in the footer. So let's say that we want our links in the footer to be, let's say that light gray. Okay, so color, because I'm coloring text, we'll change that to F3s. Okay, now once I save that, and then I come over here and I refresh it, it's going to turn that light gray. Okay, but I want to give it some character by maybe when I hover over it, I want it to change to a different color. Okay, let's go with like a light blue. Well, you know what? Let's pull up our Photoshop screen here, and let's see if we can't find a light blue. And I have another tool that I do like to use. I'm going to pull that over here for a second so that you can see. If you Google hex color picker, and it's going to allow you to drag it around until you get that light blue, and you'll notice that the color over here is going to change as you drag that around. Okay, this is something that's built into Google. So let's say when I hover over that email address, I want it to be, let's make it something real gaudy. Let's go yellow. Okay, that way it's really noticeable. Okay, so then I grab my hex color. Okay, and I copy it. Okay, now we'll get rid of this screen, and I want it so that when I hover over that email address, that it changes color. So right below this, I'll put footer A hover. Okay, and that's what's called a pseudo class. Okay, an anchor pseudo class. And when I put that code in, color hashtag. Why it did that, I don't know. Okay. So let's drop this in, and when I save this, okay, jump over here. Okay, you don't see it change until it gets hovered on. Notice how when I hover on it, now it changes color. Okay, and that is some real basics as to how you pull in colors from a style sheet. Okay, now we can change all of your H1s, paragraphs, H2s, all of that can change within here. I like to keep things separated, so I will keep that separated like that. And let's say I want to color all my headings. Heading colors. So I'll go H1, and the color for that, we'll make it, and this is another way you can use colors too, is you can just type in the color. Okay. H2, this doesn't work for all colors, but it will work for a lot of them. So color magenta. Okay, and some of these off-the-wall colors will work. Now I've saved it. Now if I jump over here and hit refresh, okay, I got magenta and I got purple. Okay, in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to do your text colors from within inline text. I certainly hope this makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section of this YouTube.